Everybody, it's Abby. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new. Today I'm going to do my update from November for my debt snowball, saving money, whatever you want to call it. So, as always, I keep a notebook so I can write down what I have been able to pay off and what I've saved. And just tracking through the month, I usually put a little blurb, like for each month, like a couple sentences about what happened. So I need to do that. And yeah, I didn't do that yet, but so a few things have changed around this month. My phone bill has gone down significantly because I paid off my phone, and then I changed my data plan to a lower amount, and also my insurance went down, and a few other things. So I am changing that just a little bit. So what I was doing, I put in here, I put a sticky note over my original one, but basically I wrote down all of my bills that I had and what date they were due, and then I figured out generally by like first paycheck of the month, second paycheck of the month, what I would pay each paycheck, and then I did my budget around that. So sometimes I would put my large credit card payment on the first one, and then now this time I am actually switching gears with my credit card payment. So if you haven't seen my other updates, basically what I'm doing is the debt snowball, where I figured up how much extra money that I have each month to pay towards that. I'm putting it all towards one credit card and to pay that down, and then once I pay that off, I'm going to put all of that money towards the other credit card, and then all of that money towards my student loan. So what I was doing was I was paying my second paycheck because most of my bills are on the first one. So I was paying all of the large sum, which was $470, toward my one credit card on the second paycheck. However, I need to switch gears on that because so I have credit card 1 and credit card 2. Credit card 1 has a lower balance, but it's already accruing interest, and my interest, I've looked at like my billing history on my credit card, or what you call the statement, and the interest has like dropped in half or the charges each month have dropped in half since I started paying it off, which is great. But my second credit card has a much higher balance, and it's about to accrue interest, I think in May. Yes. So I've got like 5-6 months before it starts accruing interest, so I want to pay off as much of it as I can before that happens, because if you know anything about credit cards, once that 0% interest introductory thing is over, they slap you with a huge bill if you have a balance on it. So I need to get that paid down so I'm not slapped with a huge bill and paying money that I don't need to. So, but to make that happen logistically with my paychecks, I have to split that up, pay some the first paycheck and some the second, because the bill is due like on the 11th of the month, which falls into the first paycheck. So, and like I said a minute ago, most of my bills are due on the first paycheck, so that's kind of hard to like balance that. But so I'm going to pay $260 on that because the minimum on that card is $60. So I'm going to pay $260 on the first paycheck. That way the bill is paid in the eyes of the bank. And then I'm going to pay additionally $200 on my second paycheck. So that way I can still keep paying on it, and it adds up anyways. And then I'm going to just pay for the minimum on the second card, or on the first credit card, I'm sorry, on the second paycheck. So that all kind of makes sense in my head, but it still adds up. I'm just going to split the payments, so that way I'm not like late and paying it the second month, because it's dumb. So I have a little bit more to put in savings now because of those bills that went down. I opted not to put that extra towards my debt because I have to save for a down payment on a house. So yeah, which stinks, because like normally it wouldn't make much sense to be trying to put money in savings and paying off credit card debt at the same time, because it's not getting you anywhere. But it's like I have a different situation. So let's talk about the payments that I made. So on credit card 1, I paid the $470 in November, and then on credit card 2, I paid the $60 like as planned, and then on loan I paid $75 like the plan goes. And I was able to put $360.32 into savings, which was a lot more than the previous months. Like last month, I only put $130.30. Just because this month, just actually a couple days ago that I'm filming this, I like we had 3 paychecks in November, which is amazing. It's always a bonus if you're like the bi-weekly retail or something where you get a 3rd paycheck. And so my debt balance is now $10,545.41, which has gone down. It's always like kind of inconsistent as to like how far my debt balance went down versus how much I paid towards it because of interest. And I did, I think, make one purchase on one credit card in November that was necessary. So, but anyways, but still, like, my payment more than accounted for that. And then my savings balance is now $1,166.14, and that's split up into like saving for the house, and I have a small emergency fund, and I have like a tiny little bit in like a travel savings account. Not really account, but it's just a line in my budget. So my net growth for this month was $373.62. So how I get to that number is I take the difference between my debt balance of last month and this month, and then also add that to the difference between, or the increase in my savings balance month to month, and then get the net positive. So it's just an interesting number to look at to see how well I'm doing. And yeah, it's not as big as I'd like it to be, but still. And last month it was a lot bigger. It's $488 versus $373 this month. But what can you do? It's just like interest rates and all that, and how they fall, and you know, all that fun stuff. So this month, all in all, is pretty good. It's a pretty normal month. I would, at least what I hope each month to be normally. The next month, like I said, I'm going to switch the huge payment to the other credit card temporarily, just so I can get as much of it paid down, so I don't get slapped with like $1,000 of interest or something crazy like that. And yeah, I think that's it. Oh, also, I don't remember specifically if I've talked about this in other videos, but the bank that I go through Fifth Third, which is a kind of a local bank. Like I live in Kentucky, and they have branches here, and then they have, I've traveled to Florida a few times, and they have branches in Florida, but really not many places else, so I don't know why here in Florida, but they have a program called Momentum. I couldn't think of the name of it. Momentum. And they have a separate app for it, and basically you just log into your account, and then it takes from your checking account, it rounds up each purchase, and then puts it, and then like after you accumulate like $5 or something, it'll take and pay toward your student loan. So you connect your bank account and your student loan account if they're not through the same bank or through Fifth Third, which mine's a federal loan, so they pay that towards your loan. And I paid, I think it's like $15 or $20 extra that way this month, that money that I'm not really missing. And I looked at my student loan summary, and basically all that was doing was taking my interest down and like kind of paying on my interest, and so that way my payments each month are going toward the principal, which is, I mean, it's a small, you know, like $15 in the grand scheme of my entire student loan is not much, but it's helping because that way my payments each month are going toward the principal and not the interest. So if you have heard about a program like that, or if they told you about it at the bank or whatever, definitely look into it. I know there's probably other programs like that, but I trust this one because it's actually through my bank and not a third party, you know. So if you have Fifth Third by chance, then maybe give that a try. And I think at this point they only do student loans. I'm not sure if they do other loans too. That'd be cool if they did like mortgage, I think. I don't know. But yeah, I just wanted to throw that in there. It's an option for you. Or even if you like have the cash budgeting thing, you can put your change into paying off your debt. So that's about it for this month. And let me know what you think if you're doing the debt snowball too, and how it's working for you, if you want to start it, or you know, whatever. Check out my other playlists. I have my money playlist linked down below. And yeah, I want to throw this in here, if you only watch me for these videos, I am in my like makeup side of the channel. I am doing a no buy for the entire for the month of December and then for the entirety of 2019. So basically, that means it's not just makeup, but it's I'm not buying any new makeup, like skincare, hair care, clothes, household items, etc. that I don't need and that I don't have like something else to suffice for them. So like if I run out of a mascara or whatever, I can buy one mascara, or if I run out of, I don't know, if all my underwear gets holes in it, then then I can buy new underwear, you know. But just stuff like that where I'm cutting down unnecessary spending, because I looked at my budgeting app and saw how much money that was going out of my spending line in my budget. That was a lot. So if I could take that and just like completely reduce all that spending, I can put that towards savings. So, and also I won't want to accumulate so much stuff because I have too much stuff. But go check out those videos. I'll have those linked below also, and subscribe to some of any future videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.